So let's get into this routine. First of all, we'll start with some Bulgarians. So foot on a raised surface, could be a sofa, leg nicely far out in front, and then we just take it away. The key on this is you do not feel it on your knees. So we're just making sure we pull to a heel. Now the example in the corner here is someone doing it wrong. Too short a stride, my heel's lifting, and it's therefore going to hurt. You do not need to go low, just try and feel the bum, feel the thighs, and then that is it. Here, we're on to a straight leg deadlift. So all you're going to do is just bend from the waist and come back up. You should feel it in the hamstrings, bum. It's not the heaviest move. For many people, this is more flexibility than it is an actual strength exercise, but it's good to develop your ability to hold your weight. Now, one way to make it harder is just to put your head slightly further forward. Now, as we go into the split stance, so what we're going to do is put one leg in front of the other and do exactly the same. So for many people, this is going to be a stretch rather than a strengthening exercise. But the more you put your weight forward, the more your head goes forward, the more this becomes an actual exercise. It's important to be able to bend over with a straight back so that you can pick things off the floor if you're not able to squat down to pick something up. Remember on these things, you don't need to kill it exercise-wise. You're just trying to work it each and every day. We're on to some push-ups here. So this is a push-up example off the toes. You can do them off your knees to make them easier. Or if these are too easy, you can bring your hands closer together off your toes to give a challenging workout. Remember, it's just one set, so put in some effort, make it hard, but you do not need to kill yourself because you'll be back tomorrow. Using a band, we're just going to grab it on hands underneath and just pull it apart to try and feel the upper back muscles. Now, if you haven't got a band, then you can simply grab a towel and do exactly the same as you can see here in this video. And we're trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together, feel the muscles working. And then that's good. Now we're going to go into some one-leg calf raises. So this is quite hard for a lot of people. Balance is a huge part of functioning, feeling good. So you can see my balance is a little bit wobbly, just coming on one leg and up. Now most people do better off if they're going to hold on and grab onto something like I am here. What you'd want to do is some grabbing on, perhaps some not holding on. It depends where you are. If you're totally unbalanced, then do hold a few on. Real important element of balance and longevity. Then coming from there, we're now going to go into some one-legged squats. So literally just stand on one leg and then just do a little bit of a squat. So it's similar to the exercise we did at the beginning, except now you're freestanding. Don't worry how low you go, just let the body go. It should be bum muscles, thighs. If you feel it in your knee, stop the exercise. If you can adjust it, then fine. Again, a lot of people do better by holding on this sort of exercise. Hold on to the side, hold on to the sofa in front of you, whatever it might be. And you may want to do a mix, some holding on, some not holding on. Then we're going to come back to that exercise we did, the straight leg deadlift. Again, I'm now on one leg, so now you're just bending from the waist. Again, a large amount of balance through the feet, through the ankles. You can hold on if easier. And again, the idea is to develop until you do not need to hold on. How far behind you your leg goes will affect the balance a little bit. It doesn't have to get really far behind. It can be quite low to the ground, or it can be more higher back. There is no right or wrong. So the leg is not bending on this. You're just bending from the waist. On this exercise, we're in a push-up position, and we're just going to lift one hand up, and you should feel it in your midsection. If you feel it in your wrist or your back, stop the exercise. The wider your hands go, the harder this exercise is. You can see I'm a bit wider with my hands here. The narrower it is, the easier it is. Likewise, the further back your feet are from the bench and the carpet was slipping, makes it harder. So on this is some squat jumps. Literally just a few jumps. Just squat down, jump in the air. Take a little pause between jumps. This is perfect for bone density, joint strengthening. Key is you do not feel it in your knees or your hips. Now be wary for getting dizzy on these. Doesn't have to be a huge jump, just a little jump off the ground. Often people get dizzy, so take a little bit of a breather before the next exercise. And now we're just into some lunges. So I'm just coming down and back. Now again, if you lose your balance a lot, you may want to do this against the wall. And again, if your knees hurt, don't go so low, don't go so far. And if you can't get rid of any joint pain, then do not do this exercise and see the more simplified daily routine videos. And now we're into a bit of flexibility. So first of all, we're going to try and stretch the lower calf. So I'm going to put this up a sofa or up the side of a wall. Sometimes you need to do this in trainers over bare feet. And then bending the knee forward. So notice how I'm bending the knee towards the sofa or the chair. You should feel this stretch in the back of your calf. Could be down in the lower Achilles heel or all the way up towards the back of the knee. This is a really important stretch in squatting. And then the next exercise is a deep squat. So I'm just going to hold this deep squat position and just hold that stretch. Now, a lot of people can't do that because it hurts knees and so forth. In that case, you can do this this modification shown where it's one leg at a time on a raised surface. So you just put the foot up and then lean your knee in, use a bit of weight off your elbow, and the lower that surface is, the more of a stretch it is. This is if you cannot do the main picture of the deep squat. And then final exercise are these hip circles. So you're creating a wave motion in front, wave motion to the side, wave motion down low. So basically you're rotating your foot in and out while you go into a different leg position with the circle. So out to the side, down with legs together. You'll see this better here. Legs together, sorry, up in front, legs out to the side, rotate both ways, legs together, rotate both ways. This is loosening up the hips. As you can see here, there's not much balance, so it's probably better to do this touching on, but it was better for the camera view to be here.